Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today we are here with the talented Bri Bagwell. How are you doing?
I am so good. Thank you for allowing me to be here in backwards hat, and this is my Tuesday attire.
That's perfect. That's how I roll. Trust me.
Great.
I decide to look pretty every once in a while for everyone here, so that's it.
You look great. I'm very impressed. Good job.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you appreciate the effort.
I do. Oh, I know all about how much it takes, and yeah.
Oh, so we love to start off with difficult questions. First, I'm going to start with, are you in Texas right now?
I am in Texas. I'm in New Braunfels, Texas,
And
in my
studio?
house. Yes, this is our little home studio. We've recorded a bunch of things here, actually. So, and I think the plan is to record some more stuff here pretty soon. So, my boyfriend, he's just been on the road nonstop. So, as soon as he gets a break, I'm gonna put him right back to work. That's what we do best.
Absolutely, never stop. Just keep going. That's how it works.
Right. Yep.
So how is the weather there? Is it like hot and gross like here in Florida?
Well, I haven't been outside today, but it's cooled off a little bit. I only went outside for a little bit to let the Chihuahua out. I know you're a Chihuahua fan, so
Yes.
it's pretty warm. I would say probably in the 90s, and yeah, that humidity is always kicking this time of year.
Well, hopefully we get some cooler weather as the fall approaches, right?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. We were in New Mexico a couple days ago, and it was, I think, 58 degrees when I left Clovis. So I was like, what? I didn't even take a jacket just because I've been in Texas, so I didn't even think to pack a jacket. And we played in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and then went down to Clovis to stay the night. And I was like, this is freezing compared to what I did not pack appropriately, but that's okay. Live and learn.
Exactly. Yeah. So we love to start off with the most difficult question.
Okay.
Who is Bri Bagwell?
Ooh, that is a difficult question. Yeah, that depends on the day, right? How crazy I am. I would say I am a road warrior, singer-songwriter, dog lover, and all-around music lover. I mean, I'm a lifer. I'm not interested in doing anything else with my music. I've been a full-time musician now for almost 14 years, and that's all that I know, and that's all that I will know until they don't let me play anymore.
Until they take your guitar, right?
Yeah, and then I'll play piano until they take that. That piano's bigger, so that's gonna be harder to take away.
Oh, I love it. Oh, so tell me, who are some of the women that have inspired you in music?
Oh my gosh, well, there's so many to list, but I think growing up, I loved Dolly, Loretta. My parents listen to everything. They listen to Fleetwood Mac too, so Stevie. So it's like I kind of have a wide range of women I love. I will say though that like the first time my mom ever heard Miranda Lambert on the TV on whatever music video Kerosene was out, I think she like ran into my room and was like, "You got to come see this girl." And I was like, "Okay, I want to do that." So that was kind of my biggest as far as like, I've always loved female singers, but when I saw her kind of on there just burning down the TV, I that really sparked something in me. I also love Leanne Womack and Alison Krauss. Like I said, Brandon. Now I'm really into Brandy Clark, is really inspiring to me. Lori McKinnis, a songwriter. Singer-songwriters are obviously really big in my life. I mean, I could go on with that question for a long time, but those are just a few.
Oh, I love those. I love all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I can relate to all of those. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. I've always loved the singer-songwriters. I remember I was at Lilith Fair back in the late 90s. I'll say I think it was like 99. Mom wouldn't let me go, but friends had called in. I'm like, who is singing in the background? Like, they're like someone named Lori McKenna. I'm like, oh, I love her voice. Like, it was just that instant. And then since then, I was like, oh, total fan. Hooked.
Total fan. Oh my gosh. She's the ultimate. And I met her once and she was like come to Boston and we can write. And I almost fainted. I played it cool, but underneath I was like, ah.
I totally get that. Totally get that.
Mhm.
So let's talk about your newest release, your CD, Corazon y Cabeza. Tell
Nice
us a
work.
little bit about it. Oh, thank you. I try. I do try.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I wish I
great.
had some more friends that were fluent in Spanish that would actually speak it with me, because
Yeah.
I'd actually become proficient, hopefully. But yeah, I'm really bad, conjugation of the male to female, and I'll use an O instead of an A.
It totally happens. I had my friends in from New Mexico a couple weekends ago, and we were speaking in Spanish, and I'm a little rusty, so but I find like tequila helps a little bit. Um, but yeah, I wanted to wait till we were recording to tell you thank you so much for the kind words about the record. That was such a great article to wake up to. And so like the title says, it has a lot of Spanish influence, and I'm from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and I kind of really leaned into that, and I wanted the title to give the listener a hint of what was to come. So it's I would say a very songwritery record. These are the songs that I mostly wrote by myself during COVID, and my producer and my boyfriend helped me kind of edit a few of them and fine tune them. But I would say 90% written by myself. So it's a very Bri Bagwell record, for better or for worse.
Yeah, yeah, but that's kind of like your first one too. Band from Santa Fe, I think, right?
Yes, I think this record is a little different because I didn't have really any parameters, just like, and maybe that's why that record that you're referencing, Band from Santa Fe, is 10 years old, just kind of turned 10 years old in 2021. And I listened to it, and I hadn't listened to it in years. And I was remembering how fun it was to write without any parameters, in between that record and the ones I put out. I've been a songwriter at Sony. I've had label deals. I've had management. So I was always kind of like writing with other people here and other people here, whatever. And so this record, I didn't have any of that. It was a record. It was just me and my producer. So that's like, it was freed me up to write whatever I wanted, and I did, and you can tell.
Absolutely, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful CD, beautiful album.
Thank you.
I did listen to the whole thing front and back at least a couple times, and fangirl, as someone who appreciates good writers and stuff. I do fangirl over you for that, because you
That's
do
so
have
nice.
some amazing songs out there, current and historical.
Thank you.
So now I can tell you like my top five. I'll do it with my top three. Obviously,
Okay.
Josefina, right?
Yeah.
Old Together. And I'm kind of conflicted on the last one, but I think I'll go with From the Dust. The Dust. So those, I think, are my three favorites, at least like right now, this moment yet. Of course, ask me in like a month or two, I may change it, but those are probably my top three from this album. So what are the main songs that you think or what are your favorite songs off the album?
Wow, you're pretty much right there with me. I think I would add Trenches to that. Maybe I think I'm really excited that you like The Dust. That's one that hasn't been people's favorite as much. But I love that song because I wrote that with my boyfriend Paul, and it kind of like intersperses, like, it'll be like a Spanish word that rhymes with an English word, and kind of flips back and forth. And then we wrote that song together the first week we were dating, so it's very special to me, and he's singing on it, and the production is very just fairy tale and magical. And so I think that The Dust is up there for me, but I would have to say I think Trenches is also up there for me, just the production and the way that song, I was like, I can't record this. It's too specific to me and very vulnerable to me, and I don't think anyone else is going to like it. And then when it got recorded, like something magical happened with it. And so that one has been my favorite, and we play that one live, and that one gets just great response live. And Josefina, and actually this is really crazy because the flamenco player that played that guitar, he just passed away like right after the record came out. And so we were really blessed to be able to get, he's a world-class player, and to have him on there is just crazy, and so sad that he passed. But so now we play that flamenco guitar as intro to my whole show live.
That is beautiful. And that's another thing that drew me to that song immediately. because even though I'm not a fluent Spanish person, I do listen to a lot of music in Spanish, and I'm one of those oddballs that listens to like almost everything. So
I love that. That's great. Yes, I do. And like you said, Old Together, that's one of my favorites too. And but for a different reason, maybe because we recorded that song and I was recording it just the scratch vocal in Nashville that you usually throw away in the studio. And I was watching my boyfriend play guitar, and I started, like, you can tell I'm about to cry the whole time. And so it didn't matter because I was going to go home and re-record all the vocals, and we ended up just leaving that scratch vocal. So it might not be like the best performance, but it's like a really emotional performance maybe. So that's why I like that one. More so than the song content even.
yeah, and I think it's so, in general, lyrically, it's such a relatable song. I mean, I hate to say that we're never promised tomorrow, but we aren't. So, it's so relatable to everyone. And that's where that I think lies, where everyone should just be like, yeah,
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, we lost a really good songwriter friend suddenly, and it kind of like changes something in your brain when you lose somebody suddenly. I've never had that happen to me, someone really close to me. So I wanted to capture that feeling.
Well, you definitely did, and it's beautiful.
Oh,
So if
you.
y'all haven't heard, we will have the links in the description so you can go check out the new album. Make sure you go check it out, stream it on Spotify, all the good stuff.
Yes,
So
wherever you listen, or
yeah.
I'm just mailing right now. This is like my 10th one today. People are still ordering physical copies of CDs every day on the website, which is crazy. So if you request it to be autographed, I mail them personally because I have to sign them. If not, my manager will mail them. So make sure you say autograph, please. I'm same price. I'm happy to do that, and I'll mail it out as soon as I get home from the road.
And also, I believe you are doing pre-orders on vinyl yet?
Yes, so we only have I think 30 vinyls left for this first run. So it's pretty exciting. Those are on my website, and those also can come autographed if you wish to. So please go buy the vinyls because they're about to be gone if you want one. And then after that, we have to wait like 9 months to get more vinyls.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I can honestly say when I was a kid, I never thought as the vinyls faded out that they would come back again. And mind you, the vinyls I was listening to were like my parents' vinyls, but still, again, that whole circle of things comes around. I don't think A-Track should come around again, but that's my personal thought.
I know, we should have gotten in the vinyl business, man. I know.
Absolutely.
Whoops.
So, are you ready to do 20 crazy questions?
Oh, yes, let's do it. I only have water in here. I should have put a beer in here first.
I have a little caffeine, so yeah, that's
okay. Perfect. Cheers.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll grow up and have drinks at oh wait, it's actually you're what, like 2:30 now, whatever, something like that.
3? Oh, I'm 3:30.
Okay,
so I'm
perfect.
Yeah, close enough. It's like my Saturday. So
so then you can have an afternoon drink.
I could partake if I want to.
I just got off the 9 to 5, or not quite 5, but you know what I mean. I got off that job, so yeah.
Perfect.
All right. There's no rhyme or reason, and I promise we won't get arrested yet.
Okay, deal.
All right. So tell us, what's your dance like nobody's watching song? The song you have to dance to.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is a tough one. The first one that came to mind was like, I wanna dance with somebody. That one.
Perfect.
Or anything Fleetwood Mac. Anything Fleetwood Mac. Because that's when I was little, I was dancing to that. So it comes back. I'm not much of a dancer.
So you just start, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. That's why I always have my guitar on.
Yeah, it's okay. Some of us can't dance. We have to practice that. Not everything's natural.
No, definitely not.
Tell me, do you have what in your opinion would be the perfect workout song or workout genre?
Ooh, wow. I actually love Selena, and I had her on her #1 album on when I was working out the other day, and it was like that anything Latin, that beat, man, makes you really try a little bit harder.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Or makes you just feel better.
I think it does. I think it's that upbeat. So I'm going to ask now, do you listen to any Spanish like Malu, or because she's been one of my top favorites?
Oh, wow. I need to go look. Not really. I mean,
Oh my
it's
goodness,
so
I'll
weird.
have to share you that with you. Yeah.
Please do. I'm always looking for something new. I've been really guilty of like lately I do Audible and I'm like 6 credits behind. So I'm like doing audiobooks right now.
Mhm.
And then when we drive, the band listens to podcasts. So I was actually telling Paul, I was like, we got to start listening to music more again. I think sometimes we get out of like there's so much content out there that we forget to like listen to records. You know, we have a vinyl
Mhm.
player, so we or record player, so we just when we cook we at least try to still listen to old records or new records, you know, whatever.
Absolutely. And I agree. I think we get so busy in general. And I mean, granted, I don't play music, but I get so busy in general that if I'm not driving in the car, that's seems to be the only time I get to listen to music, and it's very rare. So that's why I
Right.
make it a point to, yeah,
Good for you. We all need to do that. But yes, I will. Like even
yeah,
if the radio's on a Spanish station, I leave it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what are your top two favorite concerts?
Ooh, let's see. I have to say my one of my very first concerts ever was Martina McBride,
Mm.
because I was little and I had never seen a concert, and I just will never forget that and hearing her sing. And also I remember she like forgot the words one time and she was so funny and cute, and I was just like I remember being floored that she just like handled it so well, and it was, you know, it was just so inspiring. And then I have to say this one's I Willie Nelson, but I was also opening for Willie Nelson, but I got to watch
Uh,
side stage and then I ended up singing a song with him. So, but just if I hadn't have been singing, watching him play, and his sister was playing piano, so that was magical.
Absolutely. I can understand that one totally. Because
Yeah.
who doesn't love Willie? I mean, seriously.
I mean, it was all the hits.
I,
Oh,
it's kind of like if anyone doesn't love Dolly, I don't get it. I'm like I
yeah,
don't
that's
I'm
weird.
like, who are you? Are you a human? Like,
No, we're not friends anymore after
yeah,
that.
right. Thank you.
No.
Oh. So tell us an album or artist that we need to listen to before we die.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, this is also a little biased, but my boyfriend's band, The Wilder Blue, they have their first self-titled record out. Well, they have two now, but I would say like that first record is just fantastic. This new one is really good too, but I think the first one's a great introduction to them. So it's called The Wilder Blue. It's self-titled and it's just great. Or actually, it's called Hill Country now. They had to switch their names. It's complicated. Just look up the Wilder Blue. You'll find them. They're like the Texas Country Eagles, like they're Americana Eagles. They just harmonies and great songwriting. And it's great.
Beautiful. And they are awesome. I have listened to them.
Oh yay! Great.
So everyone else go check them out after the interview.
Yeah. Hmm.
Tell me, do you have any guilty pleasure music? The music that no one knows you actually listen to?
Well, I don't know why everyone hates on Taylor Swift so much. I love Taylor, and
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm calling that a guilty pleasure, except that like, you know, sometimes I'll say that and people will be like, no, and I'm like, what? So I guess I don't advertise it as much, but I think she's like an incredible songwriter. I love
Yes.
the record Red. But even her early country stuff was just really inspiring and really great. So I'll listen to Taylor a lot.
I love it. And yeah, no, I don't hate on Taylor.
Okay,
I've always
good.
liked Taylor.
Me
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
feel bad that she gets some shade. That's not fair.
And we're both from the same county in Pennsylvania, Berks County.
Oh,
So, see, isn't that
wow.
like 6 degrees of separation? You're from the same county as someone else, right? Like,
Yeah, that's great.
oh, okay. Weird little things, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, hypothetically, if I came to you and said, I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
I'm from New Mexico. I feel like I know all the best places. Um, well, I think that I've driven I feel like I've driven every Texas road that there is, and there is so much land. There is just so much land. I'm not, you know, I'm just saying I feel like we could find a place.
Perfect. I will just call you. That's it. No more
Great.
said. Just call you.
Great.
Oh, do you have a plan for zombie apocalypse?
Well, I have about $600 worth of freeze dried food in my attic right now. Because my boyfriend's not super zombie apocalypsey because we have a river and deer within arm's reach at all times. But I'm a little more like conspiracy worried, whatever you call it, than he is. And so I told his dad, and his dad brought us like this giant box of freeze-dried food. So I'm super prepared, and the deer here are so friendly. I feel like I just kind of have to be like, come here, I gotta kill you now. And they'd be like, cool. Like, so you can come to my house. We have plenty of food and water.
Wonderful. I will come and I will be there, and I will bring
Great.
chihuahuas.
Yeah.
So they will be our attack dogs because they're the best.
They are the best dogs. It's
Yes.
totally true.
So tell me, is there a job that you would be terrible at doing?
Oh my gosh, like every other job that there is. No, I'm just kidding. I think that anything to do with blood and guts and throw up and bodily fluids. There was a throw up happened at a show, and just the image of me watching somebody far away, I couldn't even smell it. I was like, like I can't. I have a really sensitive stomach, so that's a lot of jobs that I could not do.
Definitely anything medical. Got it.
Goodbye. Nope. Not for $1 million. I don't care.
Okay, well, speaking of $1 million, what's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery?
Oh man. I've always wanted to have like a giant party for all of my friends that are in music, and I would just be like, surprise, everybody here is getting a record, and I would just give everybody not cash, because musicians are really sometimes not the most responsible. But I would just give everybody enough money to go make some quality music. I'd be like the Oprah of like, you get a record and you get a record and you get a record. That would be the first thing. Well, I guess the first thing I would do would be I'd pay off my van and pay off everything. And then I would give everybody an album. And then I would go to Mexico.
Nice.
You asked for the
Just
first
invite
thing
me over to Mexico. That's perfect. Invite me to Mexico.
Okay, you can go.
Perfect. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I love traveling, so yeah.
Me too.
What's the last thing that you read?
Ooh, well, I am reading the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo right now. So I guess that was the last thing I read like last night. But I guess that doesn't count as like the last completed thing that I read. But you will find, I guess it's funny. This is our like community newspaper. And like it sounds so, I get so excited when this newspaper comes in, and my boyfriend had actually read it before me, and we had like a little mini fight about it this morning, because I'm like, I love reading our community newspaper. So that's the last thing that I read, and I read it all in one sitting. It's just so cute. I think because I'm gone all the time, I like to be like entrenched in like the local happenings, you know?
Absolutely. So do you prefer boots or heels?
Oh, boots for sure. I'm like 6 feet tall, and then I have bad knees. That makes me sound so old. I don't care. Like my knees, if I wear high heels, I'm down for like 3 days. Like it's a big deal on my knees for whatever reason. So even to award shows, everything, I'm always wearing boots.
I like boots too.
Wrong.
So, aw.
I know
Hi,
she wanted to come up
sweetie.
here. There's a whiskey.
Say, I know when there are dog lovers around.
Oh,
I
yes.
just want to be, the center of attention. That's it.
Right. What she does best.
Oh, absolutely. So, who would play you in a movie about your life? Or who would you want to play you?
Oh my gosh. I look nothing like anybody that I would want to play. But I'm just like the biggest, I guess just it was the era of movies that I grew up like Sandra Bullock, Julia Roberts, like one of those two, just because that was who I just grew up idolizing. Or remember Katherine Heigl? Is she doing that? She was, I think she's so funny. And then what the girl from Bridesmaids, the one from Saturday Night Live, I'm blanking on her name.
Hold on.
I know, I'm really bad.
Yeah.
just because she's hilarious. I don't consider myself as funny as her. Is that Kristen Wiig? Maybe.
Might be.
Anyway, I don't watch movies. I know I don't watch very many movies, so I'm the worst at actresses. Or just someone like absurdly beautiful. That looks nothing like me, like Salma Hayek or something, or like Halle Berry, like just like some supermodel, and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I looked like that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love it. Okay, so this next one might be a little bit difficult because we have yet to find this guy. Where's
Okay.
Waldo?
Waldo is in 1991 in my bookshelf. Actually, one year I went as Waldo for Halloween. I wonder if I could find that photo. That's also where Waldo is. That's a college
Oh,
Halloween costume. Yes. If you're looking for a Halloween costume on a budget, that's
where's
a good one.
Waldo?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And there's your advice of the day for your
Yeah.
Halloween outfits coming up.
Right. Exactly.
So tell me, what's the best thing since sliced bread?
Ooh. I'm trying to think of something new, but the only thing I can think of is like something alcoholic. Like maybe
And
like
that's where we are
like
today.
yeah, like no carb, low calorie beers, or like the other thing that came to my mind is like, there's just a bunch of like great IPA and like great
Mhm.
craft beer out now. So those are two opposite things, but my mind immediately went to beer. Like craft beer and no carb seltzers. Good job, world. Good job.
Sure. Welcome to Beer O'Clock here on Crazy Woman
Yeah,
Country.
right. Yeah, can you tell where my mind's at right now? I'm embarrassed.
It's been a full day, Sometimes at the
Yeah,
end of the day, you just need a beverage. It's
that's
a happy
crazy.
hour time. That's what it is.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Would you rather cook or order in?
Ooh, if my boyfriend's home, we love to cook together. If he's not home, order in. Because he's a great dishwasher. Like I think the cooking versus order in thing, cooking's a lot. But if you have someone who like I'll pick out the meal, buy the groceries, do most of the cooking. I love all that, but he does the dishes. It's like if he's not here, I'm not cooking because he's the dishwasher. A big difference.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what's the worst pizza topping?
Oh, anchovies. I'm sorry. I know people like that, but I can't get behind it. I can even get behind like some pineapple, I guess. I don't love it, but we don't need to be putting some fish on there.
I would agree.
I don't like it. Okay, good.
I'm glad you brought up the pineapple because I always follow this question up with that pineapple question because that was like the debated, heated argument for a little, I think. Like it was
Yeah.
no way in pineapple or yay in pineapple. Like it was literally, I thought there was gonna be like, if I put people in the room, like it was gonna be a all out brawl or something. So,
Totally. Yes, I know. People get very
oh,
heated over strange things.
right?
Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I'll eat the pineapple if it's free. I wouldn't order it, but if it's backstage and I'm starving and I don't have to pay for it, I'll eat the pineapple.
I did know that for sure. Is there something you wish would magically clean itself? The house, the
Oh,
car, the van, whatever. All of
it
it.
would be, I was gonna say it would be the van for sure. This band is great. I'm very impressed, but it's still boys, you know what I mean? Or it's still not even boys, it's still 6, 7 people traveling all the time. So there's just things that cannot be, yeah. And my van it's a Sprinter van, so it's almost 10 feet tall. I can't take it through any car wash. So I have to take it through like a truck car wash, or I have to have someone come and mobile detail it. So that would be the thing I would kill if that could clean itself. Be great.
Well, I totally understand. We have an RV, so yeah. We get out on the ladder with the extra long things. Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh, see, see,
yeah.
I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. Maybe have the boys come do that.
Exactly. They drive in it.
Maybe.
Come on. They
Yeah,
partake in the leisure of having to go. Yeah.
they would probably do it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a group event. Come on, everyone.
Yeah, where and
What do you
have
need? A
them wear
couple
like
of
some short shorts and stuff.
yeah, and a couple cases of beer. There you go.
Oh, perfect.
See,
Yeah,
we
they would
got
do
it
it for
solved.
that. Some pineapple pizza and some craft beer, and we're good to go.
Oh, tell me something on your bucket list.
Everything I bucket list really want to do involves like travel. I really want to go. There's a bunch of countries I want to go visit, but I will say that I should say this out loud because I feel like that makes you do it. I really want to write a book, and I've been kind of dabbling and making notes, and uh, I just really want to not only write a book, but publish and print a book. That would be great. And I'm well on my way. It's not like I would be even starting at zero. So I don't know why it's so daunting, but it's a little daunting.
I think it's the magnitude of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a giant
So
undertaking.
I'm anxious to read that book. So just let me know when it comes out.
Thank you. I will. I appreciate it.
If you could be any person or position for a day, like a CEO or something, or Dolly Parton, who or what position would you want to be for the day and why?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a really tough one. I would want to be like somebody whose brain I would want to be. And so maybe like a Lori McKenna, because like what goes on in that woman's brain, And then she's also like a mom of 5, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm not a mom, so I think that would be great. And she also like lives in Boston, which is like a foreign place for me. I'm so far away from that. So I love Boston. I've been there twice, but just brief. So I think I'd like to be her and go walk around Boston, go to a baseball game and write songs like the best that anybody could ever write songs. That would be fun.
That was awesome. I'm super excited that if you could be her for the day, yeah.
Yay!
Totally fangirling even more,
It might just be me and you that feel that way, but that's okay. Probably not though. I bet there's a lot of girls that would like that.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to find some more of them lately. But yeah, it was like this secret club of like, Lauren McKenna fans for
Yep.
Yeah. So do you have any words of wisdom that you live by?
Oh, well, I have my mom, she always says stay sweet. And I know that's like just real simple but she has said that, and it's easier said than done. But I think that that's a good way to approach really any problem in life, and it's helped me a lot. I kind of used to be a little more sassy than I am now. I still got some sass, but in my old age, I'm a little more calm and kind of like to like look at everything as okay, how would my mother want me to handle this? I think that moms always have a way of they're always right, really. So
They are, for sure. I can totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up for the rest of this year? Doing some more touring, more writing. Yeah.
We got, I think, 4 or 5 more shows this month, and then October's busy as well. We're going on the Texas Country Music Cruise in October, so we'll be doing that for a week. Then more touring, and actually my boyfriend and I, we haven't really talked about this much, but we recorded a Loretta Lynn Conway Twitty duet that we're going to put out later this year, so that's exciting. And then it'll be the holidays, and then we go off to Steamboat and Key West early next year in January. So it'll be really busy. I'm still trying to promote this record. It's kind of feels like everything's slowing down a little bit, but it's like I really spent like 4 years of my life on this record, so I want to promote it and push it as long as I can. I'm gonna do a music video on Sunday and just keep trying to churn out content around this release. Write
Absolutely.
it out.
And it's and like I said, there are so many beautiful songs on there. I mean, yeah, I gave you my top 3, but like when you mentioned Trenches, I'm like, yeah, Trenches is a great one. Like you just, yeah.
Thank you. Well, that means so much to me because we were really careful picking the songs. I had a lot to choose from, so I didn't know if they were the right choices, but I'm glad. And the ones that you like aren't necessarily the ones that everyone has been liking, and they're kind of the ones that I like. So, and I needed that validation. Thank you. Thank you.
And that might become from someone that's more on the singer songwriter that loves that, because there is that group of people that you just have to find those niche people that are like, they love that even more so than the commercial radio ones, you know, and the ones that are more commercially palatable, I guess you could say. But yeah, there's a lot of us that love those singer-songwriters, and yeah. So
thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure having you, and you are welcome back anytime.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. And thanks again for your article. My mom and dad loved it. So they were I mean, everybody loved it, but my mom and dad especially thought that was awesome. So thank you for doing that and for promoting us, and independent artists like me. We need all the help we can get. So thank you so much.
Well, anything I can do to help. And hopefully we'll have you back here soon, and we can continue promoting the new record up till Christmas, because it's going to be a great Christmas present, everyone. And
nice job. That's right.
Oh, thank you all for joining us for another episode. Have a great day, everyone. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.